Good day, ladies and gents, my name is Hilzo and welcome to Discuss Things. Today we will be talking about something very important to all YouTube content creators. I know you have been already informed on all channels, on probably every content creator out there who has more than 1 million subscribers and makes these kind of videos. You probably watch Philip DeFranco, Leafy's here, Boogie298 and many others that have talked about this subject. I'm here to make my point and to just try to explain and analyze a little bit of the situation to see what's actually happening and what's probably going to happen in the future. What I'm talking about, if you haven't already realized, is the advertising-friendly content guidelines that have been presented by YouTube and have been causing problems for many big YouTubers for a while now. Turns out, these guidelines are not new. They've been there for a long time, but since recently many content creators have started having their videos demonetized, having been flagged, removed, banned, and all sorts of negative things that can be done to a channel. And if you're wondering, no, my videos are still here for the time being, which will probably not be the case after this video. I didn't know actually how to start the whole video. I was going to do a sketch probably where I scream at the top of my lungs. Then I was going to do something more of serious stuff, but then again I started reading more and more on this topic and I saw a lot of different videos, so I'm just here to give you my opinion. So let's just review the advertising friendly content guidelines that have been presented by our lovely YouTube. So what content has been deemed inappropriate to talk about on YouTube? And keep in mind, many of these points are actually valid to a degree, which I will talk about. Now, let's see. Content that is considered not advertising friendly includes, but is not limited to, sexually suggestive content including partial nudity and sexual humor. Okay, let's talk about a little bit about this. First of all, sexually suggestive content and partial nudity exist almost everywhere, especially in the music channel. Now, we know that they're not going to take those channels down or those videos down or going to flag those videos because they are backed by major companies, major advertisers, even before going on YouTube. So straight off the bat, that's only for us, only for content creators who are independent and who are trying to make a living off YouTube. So no more partial nudity, no more nipple slipping, no more anything that is sexually suggestive. God knows you might fry a little kid's brain out. The sexually suggestive content is pure bullshit for me, because you can suggest a lot of things sexually, even the most non-sexual things ever, like this pen. If you have the imagination, you know what I'm talking about. Sexual humor. Now, what the fuck is wrong with sexual humor? We all love sexual humor. If it's so wrong, why does everyone do it? Sexual humor is one of the driving forces of good comedy. It brings out the laughs, it brings out your imagination. And many of these channels use it. I use it, for fuck's sake. Not as often, but yeah. It just doesn't make sense. I mean, what, advertisers are afraid of posting their ads on someone who says a bad joke or a dirty joke? Come on. This is stupid. But let's move to the second point. Violence, including display of serious injury and events related to violent extremism. I can partially relate to that, because if you see someone getting beaten up on YouTube or something else, it might be disturbing to see. However, that does not include professional fighting, UFC, and all others, all other channels that are doing this, like wrestling and everything. You see violence all the time, and you see many of their clips being uploaded. Not to mention that YouTube does serve as an information platform, and it should serve as such, because this is the platform that lets people who take a video or a picture or something that has not been covered by the official media can provide you with additional information, and therefore an independent source of information, especially in the Middle East or somewhere where an incident has occurred, an earthquake or some violent shooting. This is a way to be informed, not just earn money. And if you censor that out, then we don't have anything else to watch except the news. This is inappropriate, and it's a violation of the freedom of speech. Let's move to the third point, and by God, I'm getting pissed. Inappropriate language, including harassment, profanity, and vulgar language. Okay, so we cannot swear at each other, you fucking motherfuckers. What is inappropriate language? It's a language. The word is in the language. Why should it be inappropriate? Fuck, shit, bastard, cunt. So, you're afraid your son is going to have a mental breakdown? Oh, you're raising your son to be in the perfect environment. Well, what's gonna happen when he comes into the real world, huh? What's gonna happen then? When he goes into school and someone starts swearing him off? You're gonna protect him? Homeschool him? Make him into a little nerd? Harassment, profanity, and vulgar language are all part of the same thing that's gonna be in real life. I do agree that harassment should not be viewed on YouTube unless it's acted, unless you know it's being just as part of an acting process. But in this case, how are you gonna differentiate? You have a bot that goes around YouTube videos and flags them if he just sees something inappropriate or something being mentioned, and you don't have any real observation on the whole content. This is, I do believe that this has been written by someone who doesn't want anything bad to come in his way and just see flowers and bunnies all over YouTube. Next point: promotion of drugs and regulated substances, including selling, use, and abuse of such items. Fine, I'll give you that one. Drugs are bad, alcohol is bad for some, but you gotta admit that there are channels and there are videos that are dedicated to just explaining what a type of drug is as an informational channel. You gotta keep these videos up because they're informative and they actually can help prevent someone from abusing. Not to mention people who have been there, who have used these drugs and have been rehabilitated, who have been on the dark side of life and just want to inform other people that this exists. This and the previous point are tightly connected to this topic because you have channels, and I am going to mention Boogie2988 just off the top of my brain because he does have some very informative videos from his past, from his present, that are very informative and can help a lot of people deal with hard situations, like his childhood, like how he grew up. I'm not going to mention any more of this. You can go check them on his channel. They're very informative and they can help a lot of people, as I said already. And moving to the final point of this advertising-friendly content guidelines bullshit: controversial or sensitive subjects and events, including subjects related to war, political conflicts, natural disasters, and tragedies, even if graphic imagery is not shown. What? You fucking serious? Let me get this straight. You don't want any YouTube content creator to talk about real life at all. You don't want any of us to mention any conflict, any wrongdoing, any act of violence, any, I don't know, anything. You don't want us to actually say anything. Look, I deal with a lot of things on my mind, and I do speak about a lot of things on my channel. I don't have a specific type of video that I make. Sometimes I make reaction videos, sometimes I make rants, reviews, and everything, and sometimes I talk about real world problems because I do feel that this is something that needs to be talked about by us, by ordinary people that can actually change anything. You don't need politicians, you don't need journalists, you don't need any political advisors or experts to tell you these things because they're biased. They have their own opinion that is probably bought off or is influenced by a political party or his country. Where in our case, we're just ordinary people that feel the blow and feel the weight of such decisions made. So we do have the right to talk about this. We do have the right to talk about the wars. We do have the right to talk about human rights violations. We do have the right to talk about crime, rape, murder, hate crimes, racism. We have the right, the fucking public right, to talk and discuss any of these topics. So this fucking bullshit is a fucking bullshit. And I'm saying it's a fucking bullshit because anyone with the brain thinks this is a fucking bullshit. And I, for once, I am not going to stop talking about these things. In fact, I will dedicate a section of my channel to talk about such stuff, no matter how controversial they are, just for the fuck of it, because this needs to be talked about. We are humans. We are the citizens. We are the people. Even though we sit and watch YouTube, we get information from it, not just by news channels. The internet is for that, to bring you free information, and you're trying to censor it. And why? Why? Because it's not advertiser friendly. Look, I get it. Your advertisers don't want to promote ketchup on a rape video. I get it. So don't. So make a better system to make appropriate ads for that video. See the video or have it seen by a little more advanced program than you have now, and basically do the right ads, which can actually help people watching this video. Nobody needs a censored YouTube. Nobody needs something that just brings you the right type of information to the right people from the right creators. We don't need censored information. We don't need another news channel, okay? And many of these creators that are controversial, that do controversial things, that do swearing, that express their opinions and just call out the bullshit of other people, they're gonna go away. And those are people who have been here for 5, 6, 7 years, who have been here since the beginning and started doing videos since the beginning, and basically their whole livelihood depends on YouTube. And you're taking this away. You're taking thousands of people's lives away. How dare you, you fucking bastards. I said that I was going to control myself, but fuck, this is... Okay, look, I still don't depend on YouTube for my income or anything. I do it simply for fun. But it's stuff like this that really gets me off my tracks, really pisses me off. And why does it have to be this way? Why does any company need to do this when they're making so much money? I know you know that you're making money, even if it's your lowest earning program. Google, for fuck's sake, what do you think is going to happen when you drive all your biggest content creators away? All the biggest channels, all the most viewed channels, and the best subscribers channels are controversial to an extent. Be it Leafy, or PewDiePie, or Markiplier, or Jacksepticeye, or BuzzFeed, or anything. They all have a certain amount of controversy in them that just brings people together and brings people to watch their channel. What will happen when you drive those people away? You know that this is the opportunity, the perfect opportunity, by the way, for some other platform to launch their online viewing system and just make people go to their side, because they're gonna say, oh, you can do whatever the fuck you want, and we're gonna do ads, and we're gonna everything, and you can do whatever the fuck you want. We're gonna pay you the same or even slightly more, of course. And what happens when so many creators leave you or stop doing videos? You're gonna have bunny videos all day, kid videos, huh? The friendly smiling reporter that's just there to lie to you. That's what you're gonna be? You need to make this right. No YouTuber is going to keep silent about this, especially those who have their livelihoods invested in making profit from YouTube and living off making videos on YouTube, because this is how they enjoy themselves while supporting themselves and their family. So you need to make this right. You need to step up and take care of your content creators. Be a positive force. Okay, that was a little bit too dramatic. So yeah, that was my rant slash explanation video of the YouTube's content. What the fuck was that? Advertiser-friendly content guidelines. I swear to God, I'm going to fucking have a nightmare about this particular line for maybe 3 days. Yeah. Anyways, I want to thank everyone for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, please leave a like. I know that I haven't covered every single thing about these guidelines. However, my intention was to just point out what these points and specific things included in those guidelines can actually mean and what the consequences will be. So if you enjoyed it, if you support, and if you agree with me, please leave a like. And if you want to, you can stick around for my next videos. Please leave a comment below with your opinion, and I'll be happy to see each and everyone again soon. So thank you very much. My name is Sergio from Discuss Things, and I bid you a very nice day. Cheers and stay fresh.